Welcome back. Now, if you love all things culture, then you're in for a treat, as the City of Windhoek will be hosting the ICOM's Arts and Cultural Festival this Friday. Now, the event is about celebrating the eclectic diversity in Windhoek and bringing together different cultures within the city, with focus on traditional cuisine, dances and games such as amagus and owela, amongst others. To give us more on the festival is the Corporate Communications Officer of City of Windhoek, Ms. Lydia Amutenya. Lydia, good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Thank you for having me, and good evening.
Now, not too long ago, we spoke to you on the launch, and this Friday the event will finally be taking place. How prepared is the city, for this festival?
Well, we are all ready. We are prepared. All the logistics are under control. We are just doing some final touches. We partially started with the setting up already today, but tomorrow it will be, all the setup will be in full swing. Everything is coming together very well, and we can't wait for Friday and Saturday to eventually bring the 2 days of fun.
Yeah.
And they are going to be fully packed, because the program is for 2 days and the program is full. So really everything is on track, and we are just looking forward and making sure that we are ready to celebrate and appreciate each other's culture, because we are celebrating the cultural diversity of the City of Windhoek, within the City of Windhoek as a locality. So Windhoek as a locality holds so many different cultures, and it's just fair and right that we celebrate this diversity within our boundaries.
Yeah. And what are some of the activities that will be taking place, Lydia?
Well, the activities is quite a lot. We have the music performance. We also have programs like poetry program, where we have poets that are going to take us through some of their skills, of course exhibiting those rare skills in poetry. We have live craft classes that will be taken or be done on Friday. And we also have other activities like games, traditional games. We are talking about things like owela, amagus. These are some of the traditional competition or games that we usually do. And of course we have the fat cook competition and poiki competition, as well as other competitions that will be done. We have also come up with a good program for the kids. So we want to make sure that the kids are also catered for. And that's why when you are coming, please bring the whole family out, because this event is for all Windhoek residents, regardless of the age, and also the visitors and all those that will be finding themselves within the boundaries of the city. So those are just some of the activities, but the most important one that I want to highlight now is a parade that will take place on Friday from 9 o'clock, starting at the train station up to the City of Windhoek head office. And that is usually the colorful part of the ICOMs, because this is where you see the different attires, very, very colorful, and the way the public is joining in to celebrate this very important festival in the city.
Fantastic. And any special performances that the public can look forward to?
Well, yeah, we have big names that are going to be performing for the 2 days, starting with the College of the Arts Band that is starting on Friday. And then we have Penani Kawandenge, he's also performing. We have DJ R Connections. We have Sydney Haufiku. We have S-Men. We have Jaliza. We have Weekend Band, as well as Sunny Boy. That is for Friday. And then on Saturday, we'll have DJ Luzendo. We have Yana Hines. And we have Priscilla, Wild Dogs, Vocal Front, Entine Boys. we also have then Big Ben closing off the show with some of his favorite hits that are going to make sure that we are going to stay on our toes for the whole night. So that is kind of the whole lineup of the music performance, and I'm sure this is done perfectly very well that the performance started, let me say, 10 minutes to 2 for both days. So Friday we started almost after 5 in the afternoon with performance. This is ideal for everyone that is at work, so that you can actually catch up with this performance. You don't want to hear about what is happening at the TriCamp from anyone else. You want to see it for yourself.
Yeah. And what is the theme for this year's celebrations, Lydia, and what does this theme speak to?
Okay, the theme is talking about the place we live, and that is really, you see, Windhoek came a long way as a city itself. We went through so many phases of growth, not just Windhoek as an organization, but we are talking about Windhoek as a locality or as a destination. And it's also a preferred destination for many people. So looking at the historical part of Windhoek and how it came about, I think it's just fair that we can now celebrate and say this is the place that we live. It's not previously you hear about during the era of colonialism, when people were talking about they were pushed and moved to the place they do not want to live. We are now talking about the place we live, and that is the place we want to live.
All right. Well, I want to talk logistics now in terms of time, place, and so forth. You mentioned on Friday the festival kicks off with a procession starting from the train station up until the City of Windhoek offices. Where the bulk of the activities and program going to take place after that, and also on Saturday, where will it be happening? And should the public have information, where can they get it? Need information,
okay,
pardon me.
Yes, most of the activities are taking place at the City of Windhoek head office parking. That is the top parking at the City of Windhoek head office. And this is where the bulk of activities are going to take place. But we have some activities taking place within the vicinity of the City of Windhoek head office. Like, for instance, some competition like amagus, for instance, it will be held at our museum house, just across the road in Robert Mugabe, because of the suitability of the venue, looking at what type of competition we are doing. But in general, most of these events are all taking place at the top parking of the City of Windhoek, and then of course the function hall for things like the basket making live class that will be taking place inside the City of Windhoek function hall. So generally all these activities are in the same vicinity, and it's easier for the participants to move from one area to another without looking for parking and also stressing about movement from one place to another.
Fantastic. Well, Lydia, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and all the best with the last bit of the plans for the festival and the success thereof.
Thank you very, very much. We are looking forward to have you. We cater for everyone. We are talking about yoga, so the Indian High Commission will make sure that the City of Windhoek lawn, the one between City of Windhoek head office and the Hilton Hotel, will be busy on Saturday with the yoga. So please don't miss out. If you miss out on Friday, make sure that Saturday you are the early bird.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Lydia. Good night.
Thank you so much, and see you there.
That was City of Windhoek Corporate Communications Officer Lydia Amutenya speaking to us about the city's preparedness for the ICAMS Festival taking place on Friday and Saturday. It sounds like it's going to be quite a treat. It's going to be all things culture and more, so please don't miss out. That